Let me ask you something. When the missiles fly, when the power grid goes dark, when banks freeze, ATMs go blank, and the internet disappears overnight, what do you think money will be worth? Cash? Gold? Bitcoin? None of it will matter. Because in a true societal collapse, I'm talking World War III, grid down, no rule of law, wealth is no longer measured in numbers on a screen. It's measured in usefulness. It's measured in what keeps you alive, what keeps you warm, what keeps you clean, and what lets you trade when the old system is gone. Welcome to the Dark Age economy. Every civilization collapse in history follows the same pattern. First, trust collapses, then currency collapses, and survival becomes local, physical, and brutal. And when that happens, a new economy forms, a barter economy, not based on luxury, but necessity. The people who survive aren't the richest. They're the most prepared. Today, I'm going to show you 12 dirt cheap items you can buy right now. Items that will become more valuable than gold when society breaks. These aren't fantasy items. These aren't tactical toys. These are real-world survival currencies. And we're starting with the most powerful one of all. 1. Disposable lighters, the currency of the Dark Age. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Fire equals life. Fire means warmth, cooked food, clean water, light, protection. In a collapse, fire is power, and disposable lighters, they become money. Not metaphorically, literally. A single lighter can trade for food, batteries, medicine, or protection. Why? Because almost no one knows how to reliably make fire without one. They're cheap, they're lightweight, they last for years, and they work instantly. Stockpile dozens, not one, not two. Because when lighters disappear from store shelves, and they will, you will be holding the most in-demand item on the planet. 2. Stormproof matches. Fire when everything fails. Lighters break, they run out, they fail in cold. That's where stormproof matches come in. These aren't normal matches, they burn. In wind, in rain, after being submerged, in freezing conditions. If fire is life, stormproof matches are insurance. They weigh almost nothing. They store forever. And when someone's lighter fails, yours won't. In a collapse, redundancy isn't paranoia. It's survival. 3. Plain liquid bleach, the most underrated. Survival weapon. This one shocks people, but listen carefully. Clean water matters more than food. You can survive weeks without eating. You can die in days from contaminated water. Plain, unscented liquid bleach is one of the most powerful survival tools ever created. A few drops can purify drinking water, sanitize wounds, clean surfaces, prevent deadly infections. In a grid-down scenario, water systems fail fast, and when they do, disease spreads faster than bullets. Bleach is cheap. It's powerful, and almost nobody stores enough of it. Rotate it, replace it, stockpile it, because when clean water disappears, bleach becomes priceless. 4. Bar soap. Hygiene is survival. Let's kill a dangerous myth right now. Hygiene isn't a luxury, it's a medical necessity. In collapsed societies, people don't die first from starvation, they die from infections. Open wounds, skin diseases, untreated bacteria. Bar soap is one of the most concentrated survival items you can own. Unlike body wash, it doesn't tea-freeze, it doesn't tea-leak. It lasts indefinitely. A single bar can last months. In the Dark Age economy, soap trades high because cleanliness keeps people alive and desperate people know it. 5. Heavy-duty contractor bags. Doomsday construction material. These aren't trash bags. These are multi-purpose survival tools. Heavy-duty contractor bags can be used as emergency shelters, rain ponchos, water collectors, ground insulation, blackout curtains, makeshift sleeping bags. They re-lightweight, they're durable, they're cheap, and they solve problems most people don't think about until it's too late. Exposure kills fast. These bags buy you time. Mylar emergency blankets. Heat is life. Most people underestimate cold. Cold kills silently, and once the grid goes down, heating disappears. Mylar emergency blankets reflect up to 90% of your body heat. They can prevent hypothermia. Line shelters. Reflect fire heat, signal rescue, mask thermal signatures. NASA uses them for a reason. In survival, heat retention matters more than comfort, and Mylar weighs almost nothing. Stack them deep. The pattern. You should be seeing. Notice something? None of these items are flashy. None are expensive. None look impressive on social media. But every single one solves a non-negotiable survival problem. Fire, water, hygiene, shelter, heat. This is what real wealth looks like when civilization fails, and we're only halfway through the list, because the next 6 items move from survival to security to control. That's where things get serious. This is part 1. Part 2 will cover the remaining items, including the tools that let you build, repair, restrain, and trade when the rule of law is gone. Don't go anywhere, because watching isn't enough. You need to prepare. If you're still listening, good. Because what we're about to cover separates survivors from victims. The first half of this list was about staying alive. This half is about control, security, and leverage, the things that decide who eats, who trades, and who doesn't make it. In a collapsed world, comfort disappears. Power doesn't, and power comes from preparedness. Let's continue. 7. Zip ties, control without noise. Zip ties might look harmless. They aren't. In a collapse, they become one of the most versatile tools you can own. They carry lightweight, silent, strong, cheap, compact. Zip ties can repair broken gear, secure shelters, bundle firewood, build traps, replace broken straps. And yes, as a last resort, they can restrain threats. No noise, no moving parts, no skill required. In a world without police, control becomes personal. Zip ties give you options. 8. Heavy-duty duct tape. Reality. Glue duct tape isn't a joke. It's not a meme. It's reality glue. Duct tape can seal shelters from wind or fallout, patch clothing and boots, repair tools, bind splints, close wounds in emergencies. During disasters, duct tape disappears fast. Why? Because it solves dozens of problems instantly. When everything is breaking, duct tape holds things together, including you. 9. 550 paracord. Strength you can carry. If you could only carry one cordage item, this is it. 550 paracord holds 550 pounds of weight. But that's not even the best part. Inside the cord are multiple smaller strands you can use for fishing line, sewing, snares, sutures, tripwires. A paracord lets you build shelters, set traps, secure loads, repair gear. In a survival economy, paracord trades extremely high because it replaces dozens of other tools. 10. Cheap LED flashlights. Darkness is a threat. People underestimate darkness. They shouldn't. Darkness hides danger. Darkness causes panic. Darkness kills. In a grid-down world, light becomes security. You don't want one expensive flashlight. You want many cheap ones. Why? Because they're redisposable, they're retradable, they can be staged around shelters, they can be lost without disaster. Red light modes matter. They preserve night vision. They reduce detection. Light equals awareness. Awareness equals survival. 11. AA and AKA batteries. Ammunition for the new world. In collapse scenarios, batteries replace bullets as currency. No batteries means no light, no radio, no communication, no intel. AA and AAA batteries power flashlights, radios, medical devices. They are standardized, universally useful, easy to trade. Rechargeable batteries paired with solar chargers multiply their value. In a long collapse, energy equals life. Batteries are energy. 12. High alcohol hand sanitizer. Hygiene and fire in one bottle. This one is critical. Hand sanitizer isn't just for cleanliness. High alcohol sanitizer is waterless hygiene. Wound cleaning, fire starter. When water is scarce, hygiene saves lives. When fire is hard to start, sanitizer ignites instantly. Dual-use items dominate barter economies because efficiency always wins. Stock the high alcohol kind. Anything below 60% isn't enough. The truth. Most people can't handle. Here's the reality no one wants to admit. When society collapses, cash becomes paper, gold becomes a liability, crypto becomes unreachable. But lighters, soap, batteries, bleach, those become power. In every collapse, value moves from abstract to physical, from numbers to necessities, from theory to survival. Why you must act. Before panic starts. Once fear goes mainstream, it's already too late. Shelves empty, prices explode, governments restrict movement, barter turns hostile. Prepared people don't panic. They trade, they decide, they survive. Final warning. Do not watch this and do nothing. That's the worst outcome. You don't need everything. You don't need perfection. You need momentum. Start with what's cheap. Start with what lasts. Start with what saves lives. Because when the grid dies, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your preparation. Final call, stockpile. Don't just watch. Prepare. Don't just hope. Think ahead, because panic thinkers don't survive. Subscribe to survive, because knowledge is preparation, and preparation is power.